Well, just got back from this meeting. Um, Somebody just posted, I just read before I started this video that I didn't have to prove anything, otherwise I'm perpetuating this proving game. So true, so true. I am finding it difficult communicating. This is why I started this channel. Here's the deal. This is a guy that was very, very interested. He sees things that are really, really wrong. Is a father of young kids, very attentive father, very impressed with how many times he interrupted me because of his parenting duties. It says a lot about your values and morals. So he sees everything wrong with Monsanto's and the medical profession and everything that's wrong in the world, he recognizes. He's into um, like The Secret and quantum physics and sees there's a different reality out there that he's not quite understanding. He's asking for information. I mean, you can hear in the conversation that he's looking for information. And like the law of attraction, it's almost like I was like a magnet phoning him because I got other shit to do. I got a website. I got a host of other things to do. But for some odd reason, I had this massive push to make some phone calls about doing more of a TV show. So, which led me to this appointment. And so I showed up, gave him the information that he did not reject. He's like, didn't disagree with anything that I was saying, even took down authors of who I was suggesting. And then he told me how the system works, which is great. And it's like, okay, we have no problems getting this done as long as, I'm looking for a partner. I ain't doing this by myself. Um, doesn't make any sense. I can't run a camera. I can't produce. I've never done that before. Kind of need a partnership with somebody in that industry field that is the expert in it. Um, but if he knows the system and how the system is run, and we have a tool that can solve every problem, um, all this guy did was give me all of the limited beliefs that he has as to why it can't be done. And one of the reasons why it can't be done is because I'm unemployed. Apparently, I don't have the skills to accomplish a job because I'm unemployed. Seems to be a very, very limited belief there. So I kind of told him that, we can overcome everything with a tool that can overcome every problem. And all he kept doing was coming back with more and more, but it can't be done, but it can't be done. These are your limitations, you got to do, he had this structure of how he thought it should be done. And it's like, no, I'm looking for like a brainstorming. Give me the limitations. Let's overcome the limitations. Anyways, I just walked out of there. As soon as I heard all of these limited beliefs of why you can't accomplish a job, knowing full well you got young kids and there's a depression coming, I suppose he's not really attached to what it's going to be like for his kids to live in this world. Um, so I'm at a loss. It's like, okay, I am sucking at communication still. Um, Otherwise, I would have been able to communicate. I really seriously don't know You can't convince somebody that doesn't want to know. It it's almost like this God thing that, like, why doesn't God come down and save us? Because he's like looking for you to ask for it. Like, if you ask God for an answer, he'll give it to you. God will guide you all the time, but he doesn't come down and save you. And he doesn't come down and offer advice. You got to kind of ask for it first. And that's kind of like what's going on with me, because I'm like, okay, what is this all about? How do I overcome this problem? And the thing that's coming to my mind is like, mirror God. What would God do in this situation? God would say, let them learn from their mistakes. So I don't really see too much, like, I don't want to manipulate people into doing something that they don't want to do. That's the whole problem of everything that's wrong. I would become that manipulating leader, which is something that I don't want to do. If there were two minds that could see the benefit of something like this, and we wanted to accomplish the job, then we could work within the system and manipulate it to actually work. But as long as I can't even get two minds on the same page, then clearly I'm wrong. Clearly passing out this information must not be the right thing to do. It's almost like humanity has to learn from its mistakes. It's like, and there's going to be another big major catastrophe. Millions more people will die. But you can't sit there and say, look at that, typhoon's coming, may as well be prepared. Why not stop the causes of that typhoon so it doesn't even start? Like, get to the root causes and solve the root causes. But it's, seriously, I do not know how to communicate with humanity. I kind of think God doesn't know how to communicate with us either. He's like, I don't know, I wait for them to ask and then I offer information. So it's like, mere God, and just don't ever offer information. Like, let people know you're out there. I seriously, if anybody has any information, if anybody can see my contradictions, I would really like to know what is flawed within my communication skills. This is the challenge. I don't want to be manipulating and controlling. I don't want to be that salesperson that sells people on something they don't really want to buy. Because I got the perfect tool to be able to do that, but I don't want to do that. That's my conflict. That's my contradiction. It's like, I am trying to be the salesperson, but I'm not. So, I don't know. I really don't know. I really, really seriously don't know. I know I'm supposed to do something with this information. Maybe it's just YouTube and a website for ADHD, since that's my heritage that the kids are doing research on. I need to put research out there so that they'll read their mother's work and think it's somebody else or something. I don't know. I don't know. If anybody can see my contradictions, I'd love to see it. In the meantime, according to this guy, his rule was he doesn't work for nothing, so I shouldn't work for nothing. And I'm no good unless I'm employed, so I have no value because I'm not employed. Isn't that what we say to everybody that's on a welfare system? It's like, we can't hire you because you're on a welfare system. We can't hire you because you have no value because you're on a welfare system. Why is everybody getting, losing their homes, losing their jobs, going to be on the streets? Oh, similar game as to what I've been experiencing. But when it happens to you, you can see that there's a cause, a bigger cause, a social cause that created your financial problems. But when it's somebody else, it's like we're really quick to judge and say, you have no value. I don't know. So, anybody's got some advice for me, I would love to know about it, because here's a guy that wants to produce something but doesn't want to produce something. Here's a guy that's asking for information. When it shows up, he doesn't want the information. I would think that if I've done this much research and know this much shit, I would have a little bit of value. I would say I know how to work. I don't know. I don't even know if I should respond back to that guy or not. Should I let him know what I think at the cost of offending? That's another problem I have, is when I'm in this sort of business type meeting, I see their contradictions. If I point out their contradictions, it's kind of insulting. I know I am a very insulting person for some reason. Don't mean to be. Just want to share some information. It's just information that's different than yours, so it's chaos. It's frustrating. That's how the human mind reacts to it. So with all of the good intentions of not wanting other people to be offended, apparently I offend. Kind of makes you want to lock the doors and never come out and just stay very, very secluded. I really don't feel like I fit into this world. Not if you have no value. Peace out.